Okay, this is the Opnus Memolis and a working key. It's lever 2 set. So click on lever 7. Click on lever 3. Back to the right side. There's 2. 4 is binding. Click on 4. And click on 6. Some movement on 8. Click on 10. Not much happening with 12. Okay. Let's go through the left side. Let's click on 1. It's 3, 5, 7, 9. Thirteen's binding. Overset 13, almost certainly. We'll tap on the left. Okay, so left side seems to be a little messy. So, well, actually, let me fix 13 first. Actually, a little tap on, these are tapered, but a little tap on 4 there. Okay, so 11, 12, 12. It's hard to get to 13. Interesting. All right, so that's 10. 11. I couldn't really feel 13 on that side. All right, well, maybe I'll just go more carefully through the left first. All right, so that's 3, and it's set. 5 is clearly overset. Seven is set. is not binding. Okay, so I need to fix 5. Yep, there it was. And I actually got a little movement on 4 and 6 that time. So be careful this time with 5. 1, 3, okay, 5. Didn't quite feel much feedback there. The 13 feels to be in the better place, and that's good news. Use this pick to get at 5. There's 3. Okay, there's 5. Nice click. Okay, I think 5's good. 7 is, of course, still set. No real progress on 9, though. Nice. Pushes on 4 and 6. Not good. Six is overset. ping-ponging here. I reset 6, but I fear I overset 5 in doing that. Yep, so 5's reset. But 6 is still overset. Weird that I'm getting stuck on this. Wonder if something else is going on. All right, well, that's 3 again. Okay. Feels a little bit better on both. So once more on 6. Four. Oh, finally. Good. That's in place. We'll tap on 8. Okay. And that was 5 in place. So I've got 1, 3, 5, 7. Is that movement on 9? Cool. I think it might have been. And how's the back doing? There's a tap on 13. So I'm afraid to touch 11, so we'll keep that for later. 11's a very low lift and there's a full skates on it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Not bad. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 are sounding all right. On the left, got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Come on, where'd 13 go? All right, well, 11 is binding hard, but why can't I feel 13? might be there. Yeah. Okay. Oh. What happened there? It was either very good or very bad. I'm going to try 12. Ooh, 12 is set. I'm going to go with very good. Okay. So we're in the final stages here. I'll take a little bit of a break. And so it's really important just to be certain that everything is set except the last lever, lever 14. Because if I overset 14, then as previous experiences told me, there's no going back, and I've come really close to picking this lock several times and just screwing up 14. So I'm just gonna go a little slow here. Make sure everything's in order. Okay, we'll start at the top. One is set. 3 is set. 5 is set. 7 is set. 9 is set. 13 is set. 11 is set. 2 is set. 4 is set. 6 is set. 8 is set. 10 is set. 12 is set. Even though I'm going to check 13 from behind, still feels good. Moment of truth. We're open. We are open. Yep. Let's see, is there an easy way to get the pick out without... Yeah, there we go. And I think you can see, yeah, we're pretty well rotated there. All right, let me clear some space. I won't do a full gut because that would require being a little destructive, but we can do a partial gut. Let me fix the camera first. So take autofocus off, we'll zoom out. Okay. to zoom out a little bit more. And then take the device away. Okay, so reposition the camera. That's pretty good. And let's see, I've got a gutting tray here. There we go. Nice. All right. So, to gut this lock, we're going to need to take this clip off in the back first. And so I'm going to see if I just can't pry that right out. Okay. So there's the clip. Now there are a few pieces here, and this back plate has got a spring pushing out on it, so I'm going to be a little careful. There's this outer ring here, which helps control the degree of rotation. I think this is like a little nylon washer. Yeah. All right, and now the back plate here is interesting. It's you can see it's sprung. This is part of the reprogramming mechanism of this lock. I'm going to just gently lift that up. See, there's a spring there. And you can see how there's a groove in the back here that will move one of the prongs here, this bar that activates the reprogramming mechanism. But for the time being, I just want to get this core out. I'm going to take the spring out and this little piece here. Okay. And now this whole thing comes out in one piece. However, you know, as you can see, the sidebar's in this direction, so the lock is still, it's unlocked. So how about here, I think I'll do it this way. I'll try not to reprogram this accidentally while gutting it. So I'm just going to put this here to hold the reprogramming bar in place while I just use the tip of the key to just turn this. And I have to be careful now. So let's see. I tensioned the lock upside down like this, and I tension counterclockwise. So I'm going to want to lock it clockwise like that. Okay. And now I'm locked up I'm going to push the core out, and I'll keep my thumb on the sidebar. Okay. And so now you can see this is just the housing. It's empty in there. Let me see if I can get a little better lighting. All right, how about that? Yeah, it's a little better. See the housing in there? It's got a groove for the sidebar and the back reprogramming mechanism. 2 different grooves for the sidebar, that is. And then here's the core. I can take the sidebar. Here's the sidebar. Give you a close-up of that. The other side. There are 2 sidebar springs. Very tiny and delicate, these guys. One's here. Okay, and the other is right here. Okay. All right. And that's about, and here's the front plate. This is also part of the reprogramming mechanism. So you can see there's a little notch there that will push this bar in if turned all the way. You know, fits on top there. But I'm just going to hold the one on the back in place. This is really as far as you can gut this lock without being destructive. The next step to take would be to pry these 4 prongs out and the corresponding 4 in the back, and that would allow you to remove these side plates, and then you could separate the spacers from the levers. But I don't think it's possible to ever get it back again in the original configuration that way, so I don't want to damage that lock. Oh, I suppose there's one more thing. There are these little guides here. No, maybe not. They're locked in. If I were to reprogram, then these 2 metal bars would slide out, but that's probably not worth it. What is worth it, though, is I want to show you, of course, the all the levers. So you see there's 14 levers there, and here I'll just get a close-up so you can see the key working and lining up all those true gates perfectly. And you probably realized when I was picking, there are 2, well, there are broadly speaking 2 types of levers. Some have false gates on either side, and others are smoothed and tapered. The end levers, so there's a smooth lever here all the way in the end. That's lever 1, and here's lever 14 back here. Those are a single piece, and so those are not able to be reprogrammed. But the remaining 12 levers in between are actually in 2 pieces. There's one piece of the lever that's visible here, and then each of those lever portions interface with a mate through a gear rack, and the matched paired levers are the ones that the key interacts with inside. And so depending on how those gear racks align, that determines the bitting. And that's how the lock can be reprogrammed. In any event, what that means is that these levers that you're looking at here are pretty generic. There's really only 2 types, and so we can look, counting from the left. So here's lever 2, and you can see that has false gates one on either side of that true gate there. Then we have lever 3, lever 4, lever 5, and lever 6 are all smooth. So there's just the true gates there, but they are pretty highly tapered. Then lever 7 here has false gates. Okay. 8 and 9 are smooth. And then we have 10 as false gates, 11 has false gates. Look how min left, I was talking about min left, look how min left 11 is. 12 has false gates, and 13 has false gates. So all the false gates are, well, 4 of the false gates are in the back, and the other 2 are throughout the rest of the lock. I think that's all I really have to say. That's it for this lock. Well, I guess one other thing worth mentioning is, you can see it maybe a little clearly here, the sides are asymmetric. So you see there's warding coming down on the left and up on the right. And then the inside levers, the ones you can't see, are really sticking up from the bottom here. And that's why, from a tooling perspective, you know, I really wanted to use this nice wire. It's just a 1.2 millimeter wire with a really finely filed tip, and it just fits really well in between these spacers. And so I had no difficulty getting that in here on the right side because the whole top portion on the right side was open, and so I had really good control on the right side. But it's difficult to do that. I did it for part of the lock once it started opening up on the left, but since you have the warning coming down, the lever's sticking up, that's why for you know, a bunch of picking on the left side, I used this this DeForest Diamond to just kind of get in there and kind of flag my way into some of the positions. And because of the min lift 11, I had this nice nice flat hook to be able to reach all the way around to get to the back of the lock. So a little bit of a challenge getting to the levers, but otherwise this lock is very similar to the Opnus MMX. Core is almost identical, so similar strategies there. That's all for today. Take care.